Hey guys, I just wanted to walk through section 2.2 with you really quick in case you needed a little more explanation. This topic is talking about subsets. The main things you are going to have to learn is how to identify what subsets are and also what a proper subset is. A subset, A can be called a subset of B if all of the elements of A are included in the set B. The way you denote this is you use a little sideways U with a line underneath it. And if you ever see that, you read that as A is a subset of B. You can also use the symbol with the U and a slash through it. That means that A is not a subset of B. Okay? So the only way that A is not a subset of B is if A has an element that is not listed in B. Okay, so for example, let's say that A is the set 1, 2, 3. And let's say that B is the set 2, 4, 6, 8. In this situation, A would not be a subset of B because the number 1 that is in set A does not appear in set B. Also, the number 3 that is in set A does not appear in set B. So as soon as you see that there's elements in A that are not in B, you can write the notation that A is not a subset of B. Okay, so let's do another example. Determine whether A is a subset of B. A is the set 3, 5, 6, 8. So all we have to do is look for all the elements of A and see if they exist in B. So there is a number 3 in B. There is a number 5 in B. There is a number 6 in B. And there is a number 8 in B. Therefore, A is a subset of B. Another terminology that they're going to use is proper subset, and they'll ask you if A is a proper subset of B. Notice that the notation changes, and it's now just a sideways U, and there is no line underneath. That would be read A is a proper subset of B. This is going to be the case if all of the elements of A can be found in B, but A is not allowed to be equal to B. Okay, so for example, if set A is 1, 2, 3, and set B is 3, 2, 1, all the elements of A are listed in the elements of B, but A and B are technically equal. So A is a subset of B, but A is not a proper subset of B because they're equal. It's a little slight difference. Okay, so for example, determine whether set A is a proper subset of B. Well, set A is dog and cat. So dog and cat appear in both sets. Set B also has extra elements, bird and fish. So because A is included in B, but is not equal to B, then you can say that A is a proper subset of B. Another example, determine whether set A is a proper subset of B. A has elements, dog, bird, fish, cat. B has elements, dog, cat, fish, bird. So notice that they both have the dog, notice that they both have the fish, they both have the bird, and they both have the cat. And in fact, they are equal to each other. That's not okay if you want a proper subset. So A is not a proper subset of B. Now, if I just asked you, is A a subset of B? You're fine. A is a subset, but it's not a proper subset because they're equal. One thing they will ask you to do in the homework is they'll ask you to find the number of distinct subsets. So distinct just means that each subset is different. The way you can find the number of distinct subsets that you're going to do is you take 2 and you raise it to the n power. N represents the number of elements that are in your set, or the cardinal number. Okay, so for an example, let's say that I gave you the set TAPE, tape. and I asked you to determine the number of subsets that you could have. Since there are 4 elements in that, you would take 2 and raise it to the 4th power. Be careful, that is not 2 times 4, that is not 8. That is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. Okay, so we should be able to come up with 16 sets. So, for example, one of your sets could have all 4 elements, T, A, P, E. Your sets could also have 3 elements, T, A, P, T, A, E, T, P, E, and A, P, E. Your set could also have 2 elements, TA, TP, TE, AP, AE, PE. Your set could also have 1 element, T, A, P, E. Let's count and see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait a minute, I said I could have 16. Where's my missing one? You could also have none of the elements. You could have the empty set, which is your number 16. So there's 16 distinct subsets that you can get. Now, be careful because there's 16 distinct subsets. There are not 16 distinct proper subsets. So remember that you are not allowed to equal the set. So this is actually not proper notation, how they have that written. That should say 2 raised to the n minus 1. So if you take the number of distinct subsets that you get and you subtract 1, you will have the number of distinct proper subsets that you can have. So back to the example of tape, there are 16 subsets in general, but there are only 15 proper subsets because we would have to eliminate the subset that has all 4 of them included. Okay, this should be enough to get you started on that first set of problems from section 2.2.